Yo, 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 it's your boy D's Media back again with another one. Today we're gonna talk about Lil Ivy Jr. and Tootie Raw, which is Boosie's son. Pretty much, man, they squashed their beef, man. They post a picture and they letting it be known, man, like they got new music on the way. Let's jump straight into it. This right here, man, is big for the city of Baton Rouge because at the end of the day, Boosie stamped Baton Rouge. I would say him and Webby did, or just Trill, Trill film in itself. I would say stamped Baton Rouge as far as music wise. You get what I'm saying? Later on down the line, the NBA Young Boys and all of that came out, but a hood legend that everybody know to this day and that everybody is so intrigued about is Lil Ivy, and we got to give Boosie his credit. If it wasn't for Boosie rapping about Lil Ivy and putting him in songs and keeping his legacy, as big as what it is, outside of Baton Rouge, nobody would have never knew who Lil Ivy was. You know what I'm saying? Now, down the line, we came to find out that, Lil Ivy, before he passed away, he started up a record label called TBG, and later on down the line, they had artists such as NBA Youngboy, Fredo Bang, G Money, Boulevard Quick, just to name a few that, outside of Baton Rouge, people may know. So this record label, it became big on the south side of Baton Rouge. Um, I think that where the problem came in is Boosie didn't give TBG the type of support that they probably expected that he would have gave him because that's his man's label. So I felt like TBG, the label after Ivy passed, they thought like Boosie would have picked the label up and carried it like how Fredo Bang is carrying it. You get what I'm saying? They thought Boosie would have did that. But because Boosie was Trill fam, he never even rapped about TBG, let alone ever gave TBG support, at least publicly. I don't know what he did in the streets of Baton Rouge, but publicly, he never supported TBG. You get what I'm saying? And when the world found out, like, hold on, this your best friend rap label, the best friend that you rap about in all your songs that you say, he taught you everything, taught you how to get money, this, and this. But you never supported his label. So I feel like that's where the envy and the hatred came in between Boosie and TBG. I felt like he didn't support them. He was in the music industry. He was already established. He built his name and he never gave TBG no type of support. He never did no songs with Fredo Bang. He never did no songs with G Money. None of those dudes, none of them. So I can understand where the hatred and the envy came from. So by the time Lil Ivy got a little older and he started rapping, I can imagine that a lot of people in the TBG circle filled his head up with a lot of stuff. Yo, man, Boosie ain't doing this. Boosie ain't doing this. So naturally, I felt like he was hypnotized to have hatred and dislike for Boosie. This is just my personal opinion. If everybody around you don't like a certain person or they got a problem with a certain person, you don't think that they gonna put that in Lil Ivy Jr. head? Ivy Jr. head. Come on, keep it real. Because TBG wasn't messing with Boosie because they felt like he didn't support him. He felt like, yo, man, your man's died for this. This is his last goals and accomplishment, bro. And you ain't helping us out with nothing. You ain't giving us no verses, no hooks, no shout outs. You ain't even posting our stuff on your internet. On your IG and all of that. So I can get where TBG started to dislike Boosie. And I feel like when Lil Ivy started rapping, Fredo Bang and all those dudes, I'm not going to say like brainwashed them, but yo, we ain't messing with Boosie. And I felt like that's the type of notion that Ivy Jr. went with. And I felt like that kind of hurt Boosie because it was like, yo, I ain't got no problem with you, Lil Ivy Jr. It's everybody around you that I ain't messing with. But if those are people that you messing with, I guess I can't mess with you neither. But I got nothing but love for you. Your dad was my homie. I love him to death. You like a son to me. But the people around you, your cousins and all of them, the lit Yoshis, the Fredo Bangs and all of them, I ain't messing with them. And it's all street stuff and Baton Rouge stuff, But Lil Ivy got dragged in the middle of it. So he had to choose. All right, Fredo Bang looking out for me. He done blew up. You know, he the biggest thing on this side. You know, he giving me money, giving me jewelry. You know, he keeping my dad legacy alive. Ivy Jr. didn't have no choice but to rock with Fredo Bang. He ain't had no choice because that would have been disloyal. Hold on, bro. You gonna ride and side with Boosie? He ain't keeping your dad legacy alive. I'm keeping this label alive. Like I'm doing all this TBG, TBG, TBG. Because if you really think about it, a lot of people think that that's Fredo Bang's label, but it's really not. That's really Lil Ivy's label. You get what I'm saying? But the fact that Lil Ivy Jr. got dragged into the mess, I felt like that really was hurting Boosie. Because it's a difference to be beefing with Lit Yoshi and Fredo and all those dudes that's around TBG, but to beef with your man's son, I know that had to hurt Boosie a lot. You know what I'm saying? That had to hurt Boosie a lot. Now, far as him taking care of Lil Ivy Jr., hey, I don't know about that, so I can't really speak on that. I don't know what he was doing for Lil Ivy Jr. I don't know, but I definitely know that I could tell that it was hurting Boosie, this situation, you know what I'm saying? Because he never wanted to talk about it. He never wanted to talk about TBG. He never wanted to talk about Lil Ivy Jr., none of that. But recently, Tootie Raw, which is Boosie's son, and Ivy Jr. posted a picture, and they look like they got some music on the way. And that's a good look. I know Boosie happy about that, because it's at the end of the day, this is the same thing that me and your dad did 20-some years earlier. You know, this is the same thing. So I know it made Boosie happy in the sense like, yeah, man, my son and Lil Ivy Jr. about to be doing music and stuff. This is the same thing me and his dad was trying to do. But I'm pretty sure that Fredo Bang got to understand that situation too. Like, it's love there, so Fredo Bang ain't knocking it. He still don't mess with Boosie. Lit Yoshi still don't mess with Boosie. Certain TBG members still don't mess with Boosie. But I feel like they get Ivy Jr. a pass because they know the extent of the relationship between him and Boosie. Him and his dad was best friends. He looked at Lil Ivy like one of his kids. He even said it in songs. He counted Lil Ivy Jr. as one of his kids. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like they giving Ivy a little Ivy Jr. a pass, Lit Yoshi and them, because they feel like at the end of the day, bro, we get that that's your dad best friend, but just because you cool with him, that don't mean that we is. Just because it ain't on site when you catch him, that don't mean it is with us, because Boosie made a bad move by linking up with NBA YoungBoy, and I'm gonna be honest with you, right? If Boosie would have helped promote and put on TBG the same type of way that he helped NBA YoungBoy and promoted NBA YoungBoy and gave him free verses and all of this, I felt like Boosie name and rep would be way bigger on the south side of the south side of Baton Rouge. I feel like by him linking up with NBA YoungBoy and turning his back on his homie label, which is in y'all hood. So it's like you turned your back on your own hood in a sense. You get what I'm saying? That's why I Lit Yoshi, a lot of his nephews and stuff like that, they ain't really messing with Boosie. Because he really turned his back on the south side by linking up with NBA YoungBoy. It's no secret that NBA YoungBoy is from the north side of Baton Rouge. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, not only was you established in the music industry, you turned your back on your own hood to link up with an op from the whole other side. So Boosie did a lot of stuff that kind of messed his name up in his own hood. You get what I'm saying? Now, I ain't sitting there saying that Boosie no chump or he no pushover, nothing like that. But the way he did TBG, a lot of people on the south side that still don't sit right with them because they feel like, damn, you did all this jacking to help NBA YoungBoy out in his career, but you never did none of that for nobody over there. The first person that he ever helped from TBG was Lil Ivy Jr. recently. But think about it. Fredo, your cousin, Lit Yoshi, your best friend nephew, your best friend last wishes and wants before he passed away was to go legit and start this record label. You already established in the music industry. All you got to do is really promote them and push them. You ain't got to sign them to no paperwork. You ain't got to put no bag behind them. All you had to do was just promote them and push them the same way you do with NBA YoungBoy. Y'all go live together. You promote his music. You post his albums. You done gave him free verses. When he was on the come up, it's the same thing you could have did for TBG, bro. But you didn't want to do it for whatever reason. You get what I'm saying? And that caused a lot of turmoil and a lot of friction between Badass Entertainment and TBG. Even fast forward to a few years ago, we start to see it start to spill out of control. Like with those dudes going to the internet. And Lit Yoshi was the first one to really put us up on game. Like, Boosie ain't never did nothing for us. Fredo Bang, he always take the high road and don't speak on it. He always Fredo Bang, I feel like he been in the game so long and he been in the street so long that he know how to play the media and he know how to play his interviews. So when you ask him about Boosie or you ask him about NBA YoungBoy, he's so smart and articulate and he done been through it. So he gonna give you a play answer. What I mean by a play answer is he gonna give you some of the truth and some of the lie. You get what I'm saying? But Lit Yoshi kept it real. He said, yo, bro, you ain't never did nothing for TBG. You ain't never did nothing for Lil Ivy and them. Ivy Jr. Like, you ain't never did that. Like, you be rapping about it, but you ain't never did that. And that's when the world really found out, like, oh, that's why he don't really mess with TBG, because a lot of, Ivy people don't really mess with Boosie because they feel certain type of ways. Like, how you establish in the music industry, and we had to take the hard way to get in the music industry. You already established, But later on down the line, G Money ended up popping off, and he became a big local success, And then Fredo Bang, once he got out, he just took it and carried it nationwide. Like, he put TBG on the map nationwide, but it was all really, my personal opinion, it was to start with G Money. G Money put it on in Baton Rouge, and he got on. And Fredo Bang, he picked the torch up, man, and he ran that thing all the way to the finish line, man. And he made TBG a brand, he just branded them nationwide, worldwide. It's people overseas that's talk about TBG because of Fredo Bang. It was never like that before. So we got to give Fredo his credit, But they felt like that they had to wait the longer way and thug it out the harder way when they could have just got on through Boosie. Which sometimes in life, man, it's best to do it your own way and get it a little bit harder so that way somebody can't say they did this for you or you don't feel like you owe somebody. But the fact that Ivy Jr. and Tootie is coming together to make music, I know Ivy is looking down, and I know Boosie is also excited, man, because that's a dream come true, and that's a big accomplishment, man. Just imagine if you and your homie was real tight, and he passed away, and your son and his son is doing music together, That's a blessing, man, So I know Boosie's sitting back happy, and like I say, TBG, it's only so much that they can do or say because they know the extent of the relationship between Ivy Jr. and Boosie and his dad. They already know. Now, is TBG cool with Boosie? Hell no. Lit Yoshi, Fredo Bang, RP Boulevard Quick, a lot of those dudes still don't mess with Boosie to this day, And that's in his own hood. That's based in his own hood, But it's your boy D's Media signing out, man. But that's definitely a major big thing, man. Ivy Jr. and Tootie Raw, man, making some music, man. Like I say, man, that's a big accomplishment, man. And I wish those boys the best. I wish them the most success. They definitely got an opportunity, man, to really do something, man. But I really wish those brothers the best, man. But peace, positivity, network growth, man. Let's save these kids.